I'm Rob Hardy, and I'm playing Hal in a scene from Proof.
Lorna, and I'm playing Catherine.
So with our set and lighting, we wanted, because our scene takes place in a porch, in an American porch, which is quite small and contained, so we wanted to replicate that on the stage. So our idea was that it was either going to be physically blocked off with objects, or with the use of lights, blocked off where the rest of the stage is in a blackout and only one or two lights is shining down and creates this claustrophobic feel of like an American porch.
Okay. So can we explain the set ideas then?
Set ideas.
There's going to be a bench, because that's mentioned in the script, so it has to be there. There's going to be a table next to it for props to go on. That's not said in the script, but it would be useful to use, and there would be like a small table in some porches anyway, so it still fits in.
It'd be like almost like a glass table,
Yeah.
I imagine like a glass and iron table, you know.
Yeah. Do you have any plans or any thought?
Yeah, we have the staging ideas here. That's just supposed to just show like those are like the lights. Rest of that is just all. That's just the rest of the stage, and that should just all be in blackout. And there's the bench and the table, like, so the bench takes up a good chunk of the staging, because that's where a majority of the action takes place.
Okay, brilliant. Can you talk to me now while we're on this about set and things? Can you talk about props? What the props are going to be using? Let's not talk personal props, but is there any specific kind of props we'd be using? Is there going to be? So we've talked about already. You've mentioned within the set. You've talked about a bench and a table. Is there anything going to be on the bench? Is there anything going to be on the table? Is there going to be specific things we're using?
There needs to be a mobile on the table, because later in the scene, I ring the police, so there needs to be something there.
Yeah, there needs to be a phone. So we've got, because it takes place in 2000. We're getting quite an old-fashioned phone to use in that scene to show it's authenticity.
Is there anything else in the pillars and things? Is there?
I've got a pillow and a blanket on the bench.
And why is that?
Because I've just been asleep and it's 1 AM in the morning. So because I'm outside, obviously I've got a blanket.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Sort of like a comforting thing as well. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. We can talk about personal props in a minute. We can talk about personal props in a minute, but it's not a problem. Let's talk about your characters now. So let's start with you, Rob. With your character, his name is
Hal.
Hal. So Hal, tell me how he's going to do the makeup. Let's start makeup and hair first.
I won't really be wearing a lot of makeup, because it wasn't in fashion for men to wear like any sort of like makeup at the times. Because I'm an authority figure, because I'm a teacher. A teacher won't really be wearing it, but. It's described in the script that I'm wearing semi-hip clothes, so that means probably clothes that I will be going out in. So that would be like quite like a formal shirt and like maybe jeans, maybe like a pair of like Doc Martens, or even just some smart shoes. Just because in the scene he says that he's going to a concert, like he's going to be performing in a concert with like a band full of his mates, and. So it would be imagined that he'd be wearing like something quite presentable for that.
Good. So he'd be wearing that would be your costume you'd be wearing that?
Yeah.
What about your hair then? What was your hair?
My hair,
facial hair, anything like that? What was going on?
I wouldn't imagine to be wearing any facial hair, but with my actual hair, I would probably adopt the 2000 style of having quite spiked hair. So. My hair will be quite short, and be either quite spiked, or because I'm a teacher, I could potentially even just comb it over and like slick it back.
Okay, so why you talked about spiking up? Why you said 2000? So, why would that be? Why would his character? Would that be part of his character to do?
Potentially it would be, because even though he is a teacher, he's still going and performing with his band, so potentially that could be the kind of style that his band has to adopt.
Good. Okay, and Lorna, your character?
I'll be wearing like lazy clothes because obviously I'm not like the happiest person at the moment and I can't be bothered with people, so I'll be wearing like joggers and a vest top and a big cardi and like up boots, like, and because like the big cardi like is like comfy and it's kind of like she's more like she's quite secluded and like insecure, so she can kind of hide herself in the cardi, and her hair would just be scrunched up in a bun, like that, because she can't really be bothered doing anything else with it. She's not making any effort at all.
Good, excellent. And what about your appearance into makeup and hair?
She might have a bit of makeup on, but if she does, it'll probably be like smudged mascara or something like that because she's been asleep or she's been crying. So.
Good, excellent, well done. Now let's go back to you both again. Now let's talk about personal props. Do you have any personal props on you? What would you be using in terms of personal props? So let's start with you, Rob. Go for it.
So the main prop that I have on it for my personal prop is a backpack, which plays a really important part in the scene. And it says in the script itself, it describes what's in the backpack, because at one point Catherine takes the bag off Hal and she's like rummaging through it and takes out every item individually. There are gym clothes, a bottle of water, an orange, and drumsticks. And they're obviously, the drumsticks is to show that he's in a band. The other items is because he talks about how at one point he was quite depressed and the only way he could alleviate that depression was through exercise. So he talks about how he runs across the lake a couple mornings a week and stuff. So that's why he's got his exercise clothes and he's got like other things that like make him like keep him quite healthy. So that's my main prop. That's like, I also have a suit jacket that would carry over with like I wouldn't be wearing it. I'd just be like have it draped over my arm, and that contains a notebook from Robert, and that's what causes the massive conflict at the end of the scene with the police being called, because I'm taking like Hal's taking something that Catherine doesn't want to be taken. And lastly, I need just, this isn't specified in the script, I just need like a set of keys, like a set of car keys, because I talk about how I'm driving, so it would be understandable that I take out my keys just before I leave the house.
Right, excellent, well done. And Lorna?
I've got a champagne bottle with champagne in it, because at the beginning of the scene it says like drinking alone champagne, so I couldn't really not have that, and she has that like, I think she kind of like drinks her feelings, so
Brilliant.
because she's drinking out of the bottle, so it's not exactly the classiest thing to do. And other than that, I've just got a pillow and a blanket, which is on the bench, and a phone that I need at the end of it to call the police with.
Excellent, well done. Is there anything else you'd like to, any more input into your duologue?
No, I don't think so.
No, thank you very much.